Welcome, team, to our guided meditation and breath work training. So I'm really excited today to bring some of my favorite breath work and meditation practices together in one. Something super easy, very simple, and very short that you can do pretty much any time during your day. I just want you to make sure that you're in a place where you have quiet, or that you can maybe put some headphones on and listen to some meditation music. The goal is to try to be as less distracted as possible, create a space for reflection for you, and allow yourself to kind of calm down. Now, this is made for high performers. We're typically busy and go, go, go all day, every day, and just need a little bit of a break. So we're going to take the next 5 minutes. I'm going to teach you a really fundamental breathwork sequence that pulls from ancient practices with modern science, so you can get a little bit more rest, a little bit more energy, and be a little bit more focused in just 5 short minutes. So if you're doing this for a day break, what you're probably going to want to do is do it sitting in a chair upright. If you tend to lay down for this meditation or breath work, you may have a chance of falling asleep. So I wouldn't recommend laying down, because getting out of that sleep state and then back into your workday is going to be a little bit more difficult. But you can still get the rest and relaxation that you need by just sitting up. So let's start by getting comfortable. Get comfortable in our chair. Typically, I'd like to have a chair that you can sit back in so you can relax your back. Let your butt just kind of fill into the seat. We're going to ask you to open up your chest just a little bit. Always talk about chest being proud. Shoulders down, and your head's going to be up for now. Then what I want to do is just settle into this space. Just taking a few minutes to allow your body to settle in. A lot of us live frantic lives, and we're, again, that go, go, go mentality, that grind mentality. We talk about that in a different video and why we don't like grind. But just giving yourself a chance to relax just for about 25 to 30 seconds and let your body settle in to the chair. Now, once you have your body settled in, we're going to start with our breathing. And we're going to start with level 2 restrictive breathing, which means breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth. In through the nose and out of the mouth. And now that you started to settle in, what I'll ask you to do, if you're comfortable, is gently close your eyes. So what happens when you close your eyes? Your eyes are part of your brain, basically your brain on the outside. It's called your visual cortex. So you're constantly taking in information directly into your brain. Your eyes are taking in approximately 1 million bits of information a second. Now this means colors, shapes, sizes, movement, all these different things. The issue is that science has shown that our brain can only produce and process around 40 bits, 40. So every time our eyes are open, we're at a deficit of about 9.99999 bits of information a second. So when we close our eyes, we actually give our brain a chance to relax and slow down, because we're not bombarding it with stimulation. So as long as you feel like you're in a safe environment, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. We're just going to work on our breath for now. Your eyes are closed. You're sitting in your chair upright. Shoulders are down and back. The chest is proud. Spine is neutral. Head is neutral. Let's feel that breath come in through the nose, go back through the throat, down through the neck, into the first part of our chest, then into the middle, the bottom lobes of our lungs, and feel that tension against the diaphragm as it expands. And let that exhale now come up naturally from the bottom of the lungs, to the middle of the lungs, to the top, up through the throat, over the tongue, past the teeth, and out of the lips. I want you to settle into this breath right here. Breathing as deep as you can in through the nose by filling the belly up. this will be one of your signs that you're doing this correctly and that you're actually having this relaxation state. If you feel your chest and shoulders start to rise, that's okay. It means you're still in this excited autonomic state, and we need to bring you down a little bit more. Think of having your belly get really, really big, pushing it out almost till you look like you're kind of fat. And then when you exhale, you'll feel your belly come in, you'll get skinny again, that air comes up and out of the mouth. So let's settle into this with 10 nice, deep breaths. We'll breathe in and we'll breathe out. We'll breathe in and we'll breathe out. We'll breathe in and breathe out. Now, as you continue to do this on your own, just a couple of things to think about. When you exhale, if you want, you can let out a little HA, little ha. This is taken from yogic practices. It's really letting that body, that tension, all that stuff you have going on inside of you really just get out. And when you have that relaxing, you may start to feel your shoulders drop even more. Maybe you hunch just a little bit, and that's okay. That means your body's relaxing. You start to feel the weight of your body in the chair a little bit more. And all of a sudden the brain starts to relax. Now, speaking of the brain, while you're doing this, if you have any thoughts that come up, that's totally fine. I just want you to observe these thoughts. And by observing them, think of how you would see how traffic goes by. If you're watching traffic from a distance, you'll see cars come and go, come and go, come and go. You wouldn't try chasing a car, but you're just watching it come and then leave. It's the same thing I want you to do with your thoughts. Now, a lot of us have very overactive brains, and as a high performer, a lot of us have analytical brains, myself included. So we have a lot of thoughts, approximately 60,000 a day. No need to let any thought distract you or take your attention. Right now, the attention is just about your breath. Breathing in through the nose, filling the belly up and out of the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out of the mouth. And with each breath, just try to let go a little bit more. Or if you're a high performer, and sometimes we have issues with the phrase let go, think of just accepting. Accepting that this is where your body is right now. This is where your brain is right now. This is where your breath is right now. And one of the things you can do is, like we said before, is tracing your breath. If you're having trouble concentrating, you can just bring your focus to your breath. Tracing it in through the nose, feeling it go up the nasal cavity, past the hairs, down into the throat, past the back of the throat. Filling up the top lobe of the lungs, the middle lobe of the lungs, the bottom lobe of the lungs. And you'll feel that tension build up as the diaphragm expands and it rebounds back into the lungs, forcing the air, that carbon dioxide, up and out. The lower lobe, the middle lobe, the upper lobe. Feeling that warm air come across your throat, into the back of your mouth, over your tongue, past your teeth, and then that little ha sound that comes out of it. Let's just settle in right here. And if you're comfortable and ready to take the next step, where your body is nice and relaxed, you're not breathing into your chest, you're breathing into your belly, you can try closing your mouth and breathe in and out of your nose only. Another little trick that you can use here is try inhaling for a 4-second count and exhaling for a 6-second count. So what this is going to do is it's going to slow down your breathing. It's going to slow down your heart rate. It's also going to give you something to concentrate on if you're having trouble focusing and not being distracted by your own thoughts. You're chasing after those cars. When we count, our brain has to engage, so it gives it something to focus on. So it's going to be another great tool that you can use in your meditation and breathwork practice to really hone that focus. And you know at PSYFI, we're all about focus. So you inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now as we wind down our meditation and breathwork practice, I ask you to just take whatever breaths that feel natural to you now. So maybe they are those counting breaths that I just mentioned. Maybe it's just breathing through the nose only, or maybe it's breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth. And as we wind down this practice, I like to always wind down my breathwork practice with 3 big cleansing breaths. The way to do this is we introduce what we call a hold, which is taken from box breathing. So we're going to inhale and then we're going to hold for a few seconds, and then we're going to exhale. But on the exhale, I want you to exhale out of your mouth and I want you to let it all go. Big HA, like you're just relieved that this is over, or relieved that you just made it through something. So let's inhale big, hold, and then you can let the shoulders collapse in. You can bring the head down a little bit on the exhale, letting that full body relax. When you inhale, fill up that belly. Try to keep that chest down. Let's do it again. Inhaling, hold, and exhale. One more as we come into it. Take a nice big inhale. Hold. Exhale. Now as you feel your body reconnect with the chair, you can kind of wiggle your spine around, wiggle your neck, bob your head around from left to right. Give it a little no shake. Bring those fingers and toes alive again. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. So like I said, when you put this all together, you can do this as little as 5 minutes and you'll have a significant change in your breath. This is a great way for you to get what we call an NSDR, a non-sleep deep rest state, which means you're not actually going to sleep, but you're bringing rest and relaxation to your body so you can come out of this with more energy and more focus for the rest of your day. If 5 minutes wasn't enough, add on time. If you have 10, do 10. If you want to lay down and make it like almost like a little nap, you can do 10 to 20. This is completely up to you. There are so many different ways to scale this, and this is what we talk about at PSYFI, is all the different ways to scale this. But if you're new to breathwork, if you're new to meditation, this is a great practice to use. This is a really fundamental one that blends in a bunch of different ancient wisdom with modern science. So that way you can breathe easier, you can relax quicker, and you can focus even more.